welcome back to Cosette. I hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. So last year I made a video telling you about everything that I had done since then made using only free patterns, and this year I'm bringing you basically part 2 with everything else that I've done since then, and I'll be putting everything on and telling you about all of the issues that I had getting it done, so you can decide if that's something that you want to try for yourself as well. And by the way, if you're new around here, I'm Vox and this is my creative space where I share with you all of the crafts that bring me joy. And I'll start by telling about the dress that I'm wearing right now, because this one is also made using a free pattern. This one is a pattern by Tianas Closet, and I'll put the pattern right here because I forgot the name. And this is one that I like to wear a lot during spring and beginning of autumn while it's still not that cold. And I'm styling it just with some black tights and with my leather boots, and this is just how I like to wear it. It would be perfect now with a coat, and I'll be great to go out to the world. So this one I showed you in last year's video, so you can go back to that one at the end of this one. It will be linked at the end. About the patterns that I want to show you today, well, I'll start by this one. And this one I made twice. That's because I had an issue with my first version, and I'll put the pattern by the pattern image right here. This one is by Unfettered Patterns, I think that's how you say it. This pattern actually comes with a long sleeve t-shirt which is cropped, and if you don't like the cropped one, I'll give you an alternative next. But I like the cropped style. It comes with a t-shirt and with a skirt as well. I didn't make the skirt, I just wanted the t-shirt, and I'm going to style it. I think the first one, the blue striped one, looks great with some blue jeans, my beige Converse, and this jacket to match, and I think this would be a perfect spring look to walk around the village. Now, some issues that I had with this t-shirt. The sleeve was too short. I think you can see it is way off in regards to where my wrist is. Then I would expect it to be longer. And the issue number 2 is the hem. The hem is supposed to be folded by 3 centimeters, and I really don't like how thick it looks. I think I'm used to more the length that you get with commercial t-shirts, so I had to fix those issues for my second version. So my second version, I did exactly the same. Let me just try to show you. On both of them, I did stitch around the neckline, which is something that I think gave it a much better look. Kind of looks more professional. I hope I can show you in the camera. And I'll style the second one so you can see the difference on how it looks after the issues are fixed. And please allow me to interrupt us for a bit, because it is March and it is a month for SewFrugal. So if you heard about SewFrugal before, there will be a timestamp down below so you can skip ahead to the next garment. So if you don't know, SewFrugal is a challenge that runs during the month of March. It is organized by Frugalissima and the Yorkshire Sew Girl. Okay, I'll put it right here. Last year was the same. So all you need to do is, just 4 simple rules. Number 1, make sure that you choose a pattern that is freely available to anyone. It can be, for example, any of the ones that I'll show you during this video. Number 2, sew it using any fabric that you already have in your stash. It can be, if you don't have a lot of fabric, could be, for example, a duvet cover, anything that you can use to make an actual garment. Number 3, make sure that you make a new garment during the month of March. So if it's something that you had done before, please don't repost that. And number 4, the reveal is only on the 31st of March. On the 31st, post a picture on Instagram with the hashtag SewFrugal25, and then tag as well Frugalissima and the Yorkshire Sew Girl. So I'll be leaving in my description both the link to the video of Frugalissima, so you can check her video with more information, and as well the patterns that she's suggesting, and as well to the vloggers that are posting both today and tomorrow in case you're looking for more pattern inspiration. And now back to the video. This is the second version that I made of the same pattern. This one I'm styling with black sneakers and with black jeans. This one, to fix it, I added 3 centimeters at the end of the sleeve pattern, and to all of the hems I did a 2 centimeter fold instead, and that brings me a much better result for me. But I think honestly the sleeve, it would be short for anyone, and I'm a small person, so if you make this one, just remember to double check the sleeve and maybe give you some extra allowance so that when you try it on you'd have some space to hem it and make it actually fit properly. The hems as well, I very much like it. Now it kind of reminds me of my commercial t-shirts. This one honestly is a very simple pattern, very nice one. If you are not into the cropped patterns, I would recommend you check this one from Friday Pattern Company. They also have a long sleeve version or option for in this pattern, and it is free. So if you need some basics in your wardrobe, just like me, because I have not been buying them, you can make some for yourself. The next pattern that I'm bringing you is this one, and this is the Cosette shirt by Lot of Things, and it is of course free. This one, and though I found that the instructions, I could only find it at the time in French. Even though they're in French, I think that with the images and the way that it comes is totally doable, and you could totally sew this one. So unless you're a beginner, I'll totally give it a try. It has this tie at the front, and I made my version in a cotton. I think I would like this one more on a viscose because I would like it to have some flow. Mine actually needs a nice press right now, so apologies. But as you can see, this is a nice one. It takes a little bit more fabric than you would expect just because of the ties. But yeah, I still like it. I would use it probably with my other jeans that are a little bit more high-waisted. So again, this is one that you would like if you're into high-waisted things. It would look very nicely as well with a kind of a pencil skirt if you're a fan of pencil skirts. Yeah, so I like this one, and I really hope to download the pattern again because I think I threw away the PDF, and I want to make this one in a viscose. I think I had really no issues sewing this one. I like how it looks given the fabric with, again, the black jeans and the black sneakers. And now for the next outfit. This is the most honest outfit of all because this is probably how you will find me, dressed around the house most of the time. I have 4 cats and I wish I could wear my nice dresses, but they would completely destroy it. So this is the Heather sweater by NHPatterns. It is a really nice free one. I'm wearing it right now, and you can probably notice the only thing it is oversized. I knew that it was oversized. It is a little bit more oversized than what I expected, and in true fashion of wearing it around the house, it is large, it is comfy, and I'm wearing it with some leggings and with my house shoes, so nothing fancy, but total comfort. I do recommend this pattern. You just need to pay attention to how oversized you want it. I also think this one works for men. I had my boyfriend try this one. It does fit him. The only thing is that for him, the next one I'll need to extend the bottom a little bit to make it more comfortable for him, but he can also wear it, so this is one that we might both share to wear around the house. So this version, to make it look a little bit more professional, if I may say so, to give it a little touch, I did top stitch around the neckline just to keep it in place. This is something that I prefer to do, as I did with the t-shirts as well. Something else that I did was to add the embroidery of a deer at the front, but I wanted the embroidery to be, really simple and something that wouldn't jump, to the eye right away. So I did embroider it in black, so black on black, and this is something that you cannot directly see unless you're close to me, and it was on purpose, and I really like the result. And for this last one, I did try again a dress pattern by the fabric store. If you've seen my previous videos, you know that I tried 2 dresses from them before that came out super large, didn't work at all. And the most recent one, I'll put the video right here. You can check at the end if you want to. And this is the Diana dress. So I did style it with just this simple black shoes that would be perfect for the warm weather. So this is actually one that I think I'll take out more, when we have the warmer part of spring and summer. Some comments about this dress though, because even though I'm happy with the final result, I did have a couple issues, and I think you should be aware in case you decide to try this one. I decided to try this one because on the website several people commented that it actually runs on the smaller side. The other ones I had them being super oversized and they didn't work for me. This one is the smaller size of all, which is a 4/8 size, and it actually fits me quite nicely. I could even size up next time. They do mention only the finished garment measurements, and you have to go by the finished garment measurements of the bust to choose your own size. Now, issue number 1. if you install the pockets in the way that in the notch that they tell you, you end up with the pockets right here, which is really uncomfortable. You would look like a T-Rex going to the pockets. So my advice and what I did is you measure where it hits you at the waist, and you from there down you check where you should comfortably place the pockets for you. The bodice itself is not, is more of an empire waist, so it's above your waist. So my waist is right here, and the bodice ends more right here. So there is a distance there. So I checked where my waist was and I placed the pockets where it seemed more comfortable. Issue number 2, the sleeves. I don't find them to be actually restrictive given the design, but what I did have an issue with, if you check the pattern piece, is that they tell you to try to fold 3/8 of an inch, and then I think it's 2 inches, I'm not sure. But when they tell you to fold it, you end up with the fold from the sleeve being smaller than this area of the bodice. So what I did is I just stitch it at the bottom and at the top, because if I tried to go all the way around, I would, there would be too much fabric and it would bunch up. And if I'm not explaining it correctly, I really recommend going to the blog, reading the instructions about how they tell you to do the sleeve, and I think that you would understand. The last issue that I had with the pattern again was the instructions how to attach the button band, and I kind of wish that I had read this part of the instructions before I reached the button band, which is the kind of the last step, because they tell you to sew the button band and then overlap it on top basically of the bodice by 0.5 centimeters, which I think, I don't remember how much it is in inches, but it's half of the seam allowance that you have throughout the entire rest of the dress, and just stitch it at once, and that doesn't work for me. So I do recommend going through the instructions if you decide to make this dress, and check if you want to change the seam allowance and how you attach the button band, because honestly it was a struggle at the end. I had to use a lot of Wonder Tape to just make sure that it was secured, and then I'd stitch it when it was completely glued in place. But yeah, besides that, those things that you need to know and be aware, so that you are able to construct the dress in a way that it works for you and for how you used to sew. I think that the dress is worth it. It doesn't run super oversized. I actually recommend for you to check if you want to size up depending on the finished garment measurements that you get to the bust. My bust measures in inches, so 33 inches, and I chose the size that mentioned having 36 inches as finished garment measurement, and it is comfortable, but I wouldn't mind, even sizing up. So yeah, finally a pattern by the fabric store that worked for me. So this was the last garment. I hope you liked seeing how they look styled and on a body. I hope that helped you decide if you would like to give any of these a try. Again, if you decide to give any of them a try, just take a picture, post it on Instagram, and enter the SewFrugal challenge. You may just win yourself a prize. So with all of this said, thank you a lot for stopping by. I hope you're sewing great things for yourself, and I can see you on my next one. Happy crafting!